Welcome back to Saturday AM, and thanks for watching. We're thoroughly enjoying ourselves down in Enniscorthy in County Wexford this morning, and we're here to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Strawberry Fair. And you can see the dancers from Skulrinka Ashling dancing beautiful, doing their thing. We'll see more of them later on. And we're very blessed today because the sun is shining down on us. Now, the sun was also shining earlier on in the week when I took a trip to Bloom 2017. The festival takes place in the Phoenix Park all weekend. There's 120 show gardens showcasing the best in Irish horticulture and design. Have a look. We're here at the Cloud Canine Garden at Bloom this morning for Dogs Trust, and the designer Brian is with us now. Brian, a beautiful space you've created, but not just for dogs.
Not just for dogs. What we've done here, Laura, is try to recreate a typical suburban environment. I mean, most of our population now live in the suburban setting, so I wanted to recreate something that was identifiable and something familiar to the visitor here. And we've showcased several ways through which you can incorporate the dog harmoniously into the family environment. So we have an elevated gantry here with what they call a puzzle pole, a ramp one end, steps down the other, sand underneath. Dogs like different textures. And there's a tunnel in the middle of the garden with mounded on top, which again, children and dogs can engage with. We've a covered canopy area with an outdoor shower. That can be a particular bugbear for families, especially in the winter time when it's mucky outside. The dog tracks the muck back inside, so we've created a canopy with a shower. The dog can be washed and dried off before he re-enters the house.
And also, I suppose you had to keep in mind that many flowers are toxic for dogs.
Yeah, the toxicity research was long and arduous, to be honest, and there was a lot of stuff that we're very familiar with that we would see very commonly that is actually can jeopardise the health of a dog. Stuff like hedera, which is common ivy, peony roses. It was on my original plant list I had to remove, so there's nothing here that will harm a dog. There's a perception out there that if you have a garden, you can't have a dog, and if you already have a dog, you can't build a garden. We're trying to counter that perception here.
Oh, she give me good feeling, like the light of the morning.
Liz, I remember well the Marie Keating Foundation garden at last year's Bloom, and it was beautiful with a pop of pink. This year you've gone blue.
Yes, this year we're putting men at the centre of our garden. As you can see, it's very blue. It's all about men's health, and over 10,900 men are affected by cancer every year. So the main cancers are prostate cancer, skin cancer, lung cancer, colorectal cancer. And our men's health theme is all about getting men talking and raising awareness about the signs and symptoms of different types of cancer and how men can reduce their risk of getting cancer.
With the theme in mind, you've created a very calming space, and interesting to see as well, you also have several seated areas where you can sit down and chat and engage with people.
Well, our experience is that men talk about sport, work, everything else but their health. And early detection is absolutely key in most of the cancers. So if you find something that's a little bit odd or sinister, just talk to your friends about it, go to your GP, get it checked out.
I'm a landscape architect with Dublin City Council in the park section, and the theme for the garden was greening the city. So we really would like to see more trees in the city, more planting, more public seating, make the city more civilised.
I would imagine that's echoed by the residents of all the cities and towns in Ireland. People want to have communal spaces where they can relax, where they can engage with their friends and neighbours and their communities. So a space like this, even though the concept is simple, it's quite hard to come by in this day and age.
There is sort of that general idea that the streets are for cars and for car parking, and it's sort of a thoroughfare, and we see it more as this is space for people to come and use. It's not just the parks. All our streets should be full of seats, trees.
Alan, I'm not allowed to have a favourite garden here at Bloom, but if I were, this garden I think will be up there. It is incredible, and what you've done is you're bringing the inside out. This is a living space, it's not just greenery.
Yeah, well, that's what we try to do. We're trying to, like, obviously it's the urban retreat, Salva's urban retreat, so we're trying to create a garden that not only looks great from the outside, but it's functional, you can use it. So we incorporated 2 seating areas, one sunken snug, which is kind of semi-covered with a nice Lascannor stone feature wall, gas fire, built-in seating, and you kind of walk up into the brighter area here, which would be the large kind of dining area for like your al fresco eating. But this would be a large garden of the bloom category. It's 10 by 16, and I suppose that would be a very typical garden that you'll find in a kind of built-up urban situation. It's not huge, but it's still a decent size. But I suppose we looked at having the pleach trees with clear stems and having the greenery up high, so it gives you space to kind of create these seating areas that are really important, that are usable, and people want them.
Due to our weather, we don't always have the opportunity, Alan, to step outside and have a bite to eat. But do you think with a setup such as this, which is actually achievable in the standard Irish back garden, we'd be more inclined to step outside?
Temperature's not the problem for us. It's more the rain, I suppose. So you still have maybe good temperature in the evening, but you mightn't have that cover that you need, where this kind of setup gives you that option to kind of have a solid top and protect you while you eat or relax. With some good outdoor heaters, you know, it'd be great. In Ireland, we've such dark months. I think light and atmosphere during the winter is very important to look out on, not just to be in.